Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown! Cole Kmet, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give to Gibson running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion left goes a tight end. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. That's Bush. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to the ground with Gibson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's when you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down, Fields. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Fourth down, so they send out Trenton Gill. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Bush. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Straight ahead, Gibson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Goes like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chambers. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Chambers. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far, but you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback. He's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit more on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Out of the gun, Fields. This one swung out here to Jones. Finding room at midfield.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. An inside give to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll come up now on second and a yard. Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. On the counter, here's Jones. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And this one is right through.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. A dangerous return man showing it here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly.
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bush.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 67 yards.
And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Play action. It's Fields.
They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Fields now to throw.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force it through. And in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Fields on first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
There he goes left side.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And again, back to Kmet.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give him 30 yards there.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Darnell Mooney,
50 yards.
And the Bears have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the left.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and bottom line is protect the football, just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Chambers. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
A handoff for Gibson.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Let's go.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 18.
On play action, Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On first down, Fields
steps away to his left.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Off play action, Fields.
On the move to his left.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get around back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays. Make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Sly on for the extra point.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Up the middle, Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
And here's Jones again on second down.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
City, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look, see, I was the high school slick brick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 crippin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle.